Okay, we have this prompt over here, and it's going to take us through writing the specific format of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with the indentations and everything that we need for this specific formatting. And I'm going to be writing it down on my OneNote because, as I said, you want to practice on paper. And then I'm going to be transferring it into my idle, which is like Spider, but it doesn't do auto corrections. So I know if I actually got a mistake. Now, it says that it wants us to program to print the following string in the specific format. This is how the output should look like, and it's just Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then we can notice right away, right off the bat, that we have a couple of things we need to take note of. The first, which is obviously the indentation, we have the first row has no indentation, okay? No indent. The second row, we can say that's one indentation, okay? The third row, we could say that's one, two indents. The fourth row is 1, 2, again, 2 indents. The fifth row has no indents, and the sixth row has 1. Okay, so if we were to put that into this kind of format, into a list, it would be 0, 1, 2, 2, 0, 1. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, this just uses basic print functions as well as the functions I talked about at the end of my first video, which is the \t, and this creates a new tab. So let's start off our code. I'm going to be using black. When I have a function, I'll be using a different color. You guys will see what I mean in a second. Awesome. Okay. We're going to start off, and I'm going to try to keep it kind of tiny so that we can actually see the prompt while we're writing. We start off with our function, which is going to be in purple. Print, open brackets. We're printing the string, so remember to include those quotation marks. And now we're going to write the first line. Twinkle, twinkle. That's not supposed to be capitalized. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, this is where we can go a couple of different ways about it. We can either write it all in one print statement, or we can do multiple print statements. If I were to write it in one print statement, which is going to be obnoxiously long and probably won't fit on your page, you're going to have to do a \n, and that creates a new line. Sorry, that's wrong. Where's my mouse? Okay. You do a \n, \t, okay? And then we can keep going. I'm going to show you guys all the different ways that we could do this. We have to put a \t in here because remember we have a tab indentation here. So this \n right here means that we pressed enter. So this came to the next line, okay? This \t means that it took it a tab space forward. And then we can keep going. How, ooh, that's ugly. How, I wonder. And then you'll notice that you run out of space. So the easiest and better way to do it in this situation is to actually make it into 2 separate or 3 separate or 5 separate print statements. Make sure you always include this comma over here. Don't forget them. Just because it's at the end of the line doesn't mean you can forget it. We start again with the print. We are going to do the second line, which says, how I wonder. Oh, remember the \. I almost forgot it. \t, how I wonder what you are. Okay, And then we're at the third line. Again, we're going to switch to our purple, print. Now you want to be careful here because this is where it kind of gets a little bit different. When you go backslash n at the end of a tab, which we didn't in this case, but if I were to add a backslash n, okay, backslash n, the new line always starts at the very beginning, okay? So if you were to use a backslash n, you still have to add 2 tabs. Doesn't negate the 2 tabs. Doesn't take it to a new line right on top of your old one, okay? Just keep that in mind. Now we're doing up above. You're going to have to do backslash t, up above the world so high. Don't forget the comma at the end of that. You go back down. We have another line that also has 2 indentations. Go back to this. We go print, backslash t, and then we do like a diamond. In the sky. Period. Make sure you guys always include these grammatical or syntax inputs because they will dock marks if you don't have them because you do not copy exactly the output. So make sure that you follow for those. And always, don't copy it from what you know. Like, for example, we all know the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And we might start copying it from memory, which might mean that we don't include the commas, we don't include the exclamation marks, we don't include the periods. So make sure that you guys don't copy it from memory to avoid any of those issues in docking marks. Even if it's just part marks, it all adds up. Now we have another print statement, and this one actually has, this one has no indentations. So this one is going to follow the same format as our first one, which will be, again, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. In this case, for the speed and ease of this video, I'm literally going to copy the first one. We're going to paste it. We are going to just quickly erase this. Okay. And then we have one last line which has 1 tab indentation, which we will do again. Print. We want to do backslash t. How, I wonder. What you are. And that is how you write this code. Now I'm going to pause the recording and then I'm going to put it into idle and then we can test it out. Okay, we are back. This is how our code should look like. 2 backslash t's and a backslash t and a backslash t. We can run this. And ta-da! We get it the same format as this, which I will scroll up to show you. There we go. We have 1 indentation. We have 2 indentations, no indentation, and 1 indentation. And that is how you do this demo.